In the wrong hands, of course.
I doubt it, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we never mind. And then we can build with coils.
Ooh, okay. I think I've seen where the clay's rolled up in those coils.
That's correct. And we also do the pinch pots or the thumb pots, which is perhaps even the very youngest campers can make some very simple pots that way.
Sounds like quite a variety. If you have some samples, I assume, to show us.
They were all so good that they've gone, I'm afraid.
Okay, well, let's look at one of these wheels for a second. I've always been a bit fearful of the wheels, kids getting a finger caught, spinning around, you know, kids sitting on them. What kind of rules and safety procedures do you have for working around these, obviously?
Certainly hair must be tied back. We put splash guards around the edge so that people don't get completely splattered with clay. We also make sure that the wire is completely free and that things don't get out of hand around here, and that there's of course no running in here. Or,
assumedly,
certainly nothing like that. Really, that's
okay. It's a little bit bare right now, but in a matter of days,
it'll be a hive of activity just before it can blink.
And so you don't have any real second thoughts about leaving your domain?
Oh well, it's still my domain in a way.
Where to, Martin?
Through into the lapidary room.
One of my favorite rooms, a classic place, the lapidary room. Let's head on over. All right. All right, it's time to get down to serious business. We're going in to the lapidary room. Let me see if anybody's in there. Anybody in there in that lapidary room? Oh, hey, Scott, can we come on in for a second?
Yeah, come on in.
Let's go. Scott, what are you doing? As you can see, the lapidary room is a place. High-intensive activity. Scott, explain about the grinding process, could you please?
Well, man, this is the lapidary room. And in here, we take raw stones, such as...
Big rocks like that, Scott?
Yeah, like this.
Uh-huh.
And you can either take them by your hand and grind them on the wheel here and make like a paperweight or something like that. Or we take them over here on the saw.
Ooh! No, Scott, that's got to be a dangerous machine.
No, this is not a dangerous machine. This machine will cut through stone, but it won't cut your finger.
You want to prove that to me, please?
Yeah. Here I have an ordinary stone.
Oh my God, careful!
And it cuts right through.
Let me see, put your finger on there now, please.
But I put my thumb on there, and it's not cutting. See?
How does it, that's all right, we'll go into that another time. I'd like to get on, but it's simply amazing. The rest of the process. Now, Scott, can we get a close-up of the actual... The lapidary room is so important, I think we should spend a little bit of time.
Okay.
These wheels, what's on top of them? Sorry, Scott.
That's okay. This is the lapidary wheel, and this is the first step. This is the grinding wheel, okay? And that's how we get the basic shape stone that we want, okay? Once you get it ground down to the shape that you want, you will then move to a sandpaper wheel, and you will take the scratches out of the stone.
Scott, to interrupt you for a second, I assume, since these machines all look quite dangerous, the kids are pretty much just standing over here and the counselors doing all the grinding?
No. These machines are completely safe, and it's just a matter of knowing how to use them. There is absolutely no way that anyone could ever get hurt on one of these machines.
Why the goggles, Scott?
In case a piece should fly out. That's why. It's a law. You don't even need them.
Scott, this is a fun room. Can I talk to you just for a second here?
Yeah.
This is a fun room. I spent many fine hours myself teaching a couple of classes here.
Yeah, I remember that,
But, the kids, it takes a little bit of pressure from you. Not pressure, but for them to become enthused about the lapidary room.
Yeah.
But if they're in here, it's a fantastic experience.
It's great. Once they get that polished rock, there's no telling.
What kind of finished products?
Well, I wish I had some examples to show you, but, they were so good last year that the kids took them all home. So we don't have any examples.
What kind of things can they actually produce, though?
Well, they can make stones for jewelry, or they can make paperweights. They can make those really nice, tie clasps.
Okay. Something to take home for the grandparents or mom or dad.
Sure. Moms and dads love them.
Okay, but Scott, as always, in any area in the arts and crafts building, any area in camp, it's safety first.
That's right. Safety first. Nobody gets hurt.
Good. Okay, let's move on. Where to next?
The screen printing.
All right, we're going to go into a brand new room, and in all honesty, I have never been here before. Cameraman Neil Levin and I will go into the, I believe it's the printmaking room, Neil, is that correct?
Screen printing.
Screen printing. We're going to see what it's all about. Let's go, Neil. Okay, now the door, it's a brand new door, a nice frame. Let's see if anybody's in there. Hey, anybody in there? Oh!
Ben!
Hey, guys.
Come on in.
Oh, I like the choreography. Okay, let's go on in here.
We've been working on this.
Yeah, you know, this is a brand new room. I have never, and in fact, this is the first time I've been in here into the
Screen printing room.
screen printing. Explain, Martin.
This is a process which can be used for printing of T-shirts,
Ooh.
and we really hope that this will develop this summer. We print through a silk screen on a table. We have our photo emulsion screen, which Scott will explain to you in a little while, about how we can reproduce photographs or artwork onto a silk screen. Quite accurate.
Martin,
way.
sounds very difficult, very tricky. Are you limiting the age group that can do this activity?
Probably the photo silk screen would be for the older children and also for staff T-shirt programs and that sort of thing. But we can do simple silk screen printing on the more inexpensive screen with paper cutouts underneath. Ooh. And really, it's quite a simple process and very effective.
I'll tell you, Martin, it sounds pretty difficult to me, but you know, I believe you have the talent, and your staff, I'm sure, will have the talent to make this.
Yes,
But Martin, I want to bring up a quick point here, if I may. I get a chance here to talk. You do some printing of T-shirts during the year, and I believe there are a couple of big times. One of them is for Walden Under the Stars. Can you explain your process?
Yes, well, for Walden Under the Stars, we'll of course prepare a piece of artwork for it. In fact, I have a sneak preview of some things that might be Walden Under the Star T-shirts this year. I have these.
This is a first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I have these gels, which are in fact mock-ups for the Walden Under the Stars T-shirts. And these will be laid down upon a photosensitized screen. We'll put it down like that. And then we will expose it to light, and it will leave after. Well, I won't go through the whole process, but it will in fact leave this image upon the screen itself, and we will actually be able to print that onto a T-shirt.
Well, I'll tell you, Martin, if you say so, then I believe it's true. But
You'll believe it's true on the third week of camp.
so, Martin, tell me something. You go around then to all the cabins and say, "Hey, kids, give me your T-shirts." That's the process. Is that correct?
Well, we'll make an announcement, and then the children will bring their T-shirts, and councils will bring their T-shirts to
It's
the
the
craft shop.
counselor responsibility, too,
It certainly is, yes. It certainly is.
to bring the T-shirts
And they
down.
are to remind as many of the campers to bring their T-shirts to the craft shop, and there will be no sort of second chance the morning after. We really want to do it in one go.
Some nice-looking cans behind you. Excuse me. What are
Yes, yeah. These are the acrylic textile printing inks. Nice colours, and they're labels to print on textiles, and so the thing won't wash out.
Okay.
If we don't wash within about 5 days or so.
So a new program, some excitement. I
hope
wish
so.
you luck here.
I hope so, and we hope to see this programme develop here.
Okay.
It's all part of Scott's
Where to next, Martin?
grandchild.
Where to next?
Well, we should go through to the tie-dye and batik area.
A fantastic area, a stimulating area, batik and tie-dye. Let's go on over. Scott?
Come on in.
Oh. Okay, it's a trip back to the 1960s now as we get a look at the batik and tie-dye section. Neil, you're quite a fan of batik and tie-dye, aren't you?
Well, I
suppose I Let's go. All right, another door. Let's see if anybody's here. Anybody in there?
Ben!
Hey, Scott, how are you?
Peace.
Okay, it's back to the 60s. Let's go.
That's right. Come on in.
Back in time to the batik and tie-dye section. Hi, Martin. Hi. What's going on back here in the batik and tie-dye this year?
Do you care to tell them, Martin? or
Yes. Well, we'll
Ooh,
take it
we
together.
have a sample.
Yes, these are just practice samples. They'll be able to produce things like this quite simply. One thing I would say about this year is people will not be kind of ripping off bed sheets and pillows. We don't allow any of that. We're going to, in fact...
Scott, were you relaxing that?
Oh, I think it was, no?
No,
relaxing.
there was nothing I could do about it.
Nothing you could do about it. Nothing you could do about it. But we've been on to get some old sheets and things like that.
Martin,
So
the process.
Well, basically, it's a matter of painting with wax onto the.
I assume cold wax.
Well, we've got a thing called Magic Batik, which is a cold wax with a hot dye.
How hot is that dye?
Well, that's pretty hot.
100 degrees.
That's not bad. 100 degrees?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a bad.
Pretty hot.
Okay, what about say? Do you have to heat up on the stove though?
Oh yes, yes. We heat up the dye upon here. Also, this stove is used for candle making as well, which is an interesting project in the evenings. We can do candle.
Some of the cabins, a little candle. I've done some candle.
It's a very successful project.